long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, 50, play.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On first down, Donnelly. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 99.
They'll try the left side. Donnelly. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Switch it. X3. 218. Chop it. Hey, exit.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there, with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
Play to win. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 8, read.
6-man.
Greystone, Travis. Get it.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
The Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
No. Off.
Topper.
41. You got to wedge that, huh? Come on, D. Watch the ship. Hey.
Watch the ship. They go.
Now Joe Mixon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
You ready?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 43-yard line.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 38.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Mike 41. Lee Griffin.
Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Watch twins. Six guys. Check 6 guys. 5.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On 2nd and 12, Lock.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Come on,
and it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Alpha. 55. Watch the screen.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Let's go,
The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready?
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
61, matchbox light.
Safety's creeping.
Get it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to roam now. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the fourth most in a single season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Broncos 6.
Down. Smith. 30 base.
Silver. 49.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run on first down. Donnelly. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, orbit. 55, 55.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Haywood.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Bravo.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Go on. Bud. Yep.
Ringo. 49.
On 1st down, Donnelly. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Donnelly. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Ready. 10 Nova. Drop it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Ready.
Check 55. Come on. Man out. Check 31. Undercut.
Good.
Undercut. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
55. Mike, 55.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Donnelly. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Hey, wahoo. Ready.
Now to the air. Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
General West. Go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch out, watch out. Show it up, show it up. You draw Porkers.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Ready up. 51. Get in the weight room. Hey, dude. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Deep rip, deep rip.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw to Mixon on the check down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. On 1st down, Mixon dropped at the 35, able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Every day, any day. Slam, slam. X3, 218, chopper. Go. The motion, watch the motion.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready? 60 or. Two right here. Greystone, Travis. Check, 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 check. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hey, 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 hey. Motion, check, check, check. Shift. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Here we go, here we go. New mic 52, mic 52. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. What we got? What we got? What we got? Topper! Topper! Turn up! Kill, kill, kill! Turn up! 41's the mic. Check 41. I got it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 80 weapon.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on fourth down, coming out to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Badgley's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now again, right side. Donnelly, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hit it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
6-6, pull it high. Shoot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll run here with Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Look at me, zipper! Hit it!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Mixon will try the right side. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Don't say nothing. Switch.
Protein spill. Now.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Switch. Check.
General West.
He's checking.
On third down, Drake. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Blue draw Corker.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full speed.
Recon 132 fighter. Now.
On second down, Mixon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Be good. Check 13. Check 13.
Get.
They'll run on first down. Donnelly. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go! Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Donnelly. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Going deep depth. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 47 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throw left side complete to Ross. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Broncos come on for the 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
SOS. Slam. Check 15.
They'll keep it on the ground. Donnelly. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Right there. It's a gain of 1, baby. And it's 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, Donnelly. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Clock now on 1st down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Get it. 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 Get
Lock going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Broncos on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Smoke. Ready.
Here's Locke. Steps away to it, and he's going to go down again. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Hey, orbit.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe
and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Back back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, wahoo! Get it!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. The Broncos on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense not able to believe their good fortune probably. 1st and goal at the 2. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Protein spill. Hit it.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that.
Yes.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll drop the throw. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, Foxtrot.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slant.
Hey. High 7. Ready.
One final try for Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Denver, you can kind of forgive them for having an eye toward the playoffs already as they finish at 14-2. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.